Good afternoon. I'm here today to present to you our app, Mr. Scanman. The problem. In data from the Australian Bureau of Statistics, it revealed that almost 4 million people in Australia have a food allergy or intolerance. That is approximately 17% of Australia's total population. Of these food allergies, 5 of the most common ones in Australia include dairy, peanuts, eggs, soy, and gluten/wheat. Australia is also home to well over 600,000 Muslim residents who can only eat halal-certified foods for religious reasons. On top of this, around 2.25 million Australians identify as being vegetarian or vegan. The problem we are looking to address is putting an end to this large portion of the population having to read through long, confusing and tiny printed ingredient lists on products in order to purchase their food. We wish to make this process more efficient, less stressful, and overall easier. Mr. Scanman is a mobile app designed specifically to assist people who have special dietary requirements in finding food that is suitable for them. In the app, you create a profile in which you can input allergies, food intolerances, or ingredients you wish to avoid. You can also add profiles of family members you live with and often shop for. As well as this, other people on the app can share their profile with you, where you add their guest profile onto your account, which is a helpful feature that allows you to shop for upcoming events. Depending whose profile you select to include, every time you scan a barcode, Mr. Scanman will tell you if you can or cannot have this product. So why is Mr. Scanman a novel idea? It's timely. With the rise of popularity in holistic health, more people are becoming in tune with how food affects their bodies. Therefore, food allergies and intolerances are becoming more of a relevant issue in our society. Mr. Scanman directly targets this issue and provides a service to Australia which has the potential to expand abroad. Why Mr. Scanman is a novel idea? It's new. There are no other apps currently like it on the market. This means our app will be a sole supplier of this service to the public. Why Mr. Scanman is a novel idea? It's innovative. Our product is innovative and unique compared to other types of products currently used because we're utilising convergence to bring a range of useful features into one convenient place. We are utilising technologies such as voice activation to further increase our app's ease of use. This, combined with our other range of features, makes Mr. Scanman a great example of digital destruction in order to create social innovation. Our target audience. The primary beneficiaries are the people doing the grocery shopping within households and individuals with special dietary requirements. This may include people with allergies/intolerances, Muslims, vegans/vegetarians, and the elderly. How will it improve their lives? Mr. Scanman significantly lessens the stress of shopping and eating out for both individuals with dietary requirements and the families that may shop or cook for them. Our app should significantly lessen the time it takes these individuals to shop, as well as bring peace of mind that all they are purchasing is 100% safe for them to consume. Economy. Mr. Scanman belongs to the platform economy primarily, meaning that it is an online product that utilises the Internet of Things to host services that allow the general public to access resources more easily than before. How does Mr. Scanman contribute to the shared economy? Mr. Scanman is not limited to the grocery store. Small businesses such as cafes and restaurants are encouraged to submit their menus to us so that we can add it to our system. Thus, our app utilises the public and smaller businesses to promote them to a wider community. So to better understand the industry that we were hoping to break into, we looked at an industry report for End Health, which was on the digital health market. At the time, they estimated the total global market share for digital health to be 322 billion Australian dollars by 2020. They also said that mobile applications are anticipated to improve treatment outcomes and lifestyle while minimising the incidence of chronic disease. In addition, they noted that investment into digital health companies is growing rapidly, both in total funds invested and in the maturity of the deals being done. This being said, let's look at our target investors. Firstly, we have the Department of Health. Mr. Scanman being an app that focuses so heavily on the health and well-being of its users, it would be an appropriate investment for the Department of Health here in Australia. Number 2, supermarkets. As our app primarily focuses around supermarket products, it is important that we target funding from supermarket chains themselves, i.e. Coles and Woolworths. This would also bring the potential for our app to be linked with other online shopping features that those companies may have. And then thirdly, an angel investor. As the issue we are aiming to resolve is one that affects such a large percentage of the population, it is quite likely that an individual might wish to contribute funding to our app for their own personal reasons. This is also useful as an angel investor is most likely to invest before the app is up and running, unlike our other 2 target investors. So in order to further inform our idea, we looked into some journal articles, and this is the first one. Smartphone applications for promoting healthy diet and nutrition, a literary review. In this review, they found that smartphone apps were likely to be useful and low-cost inventions for improving diet and nutrition, as well as addressing obesity in the general population. The overall accuracy of diet and nutrition measurements obtained using mobile devices was found to be good. Participants much preferred applications that were quick and easy to administer, and those that increased awareness of food intake and weight management. They also found the use of apps had a direct correlation with better dietary compliance. In our second article, they compared diet and exercise monitoring using smartphone apps versus paper diaries. Ferlingus in his study concluded that there is an increasing recognition that a personalised approach to nutritional modification may be more effective in helping people establish healthy eating patterns. He also found that people were far more comfortable using the smartphone app to other methods. In particular, he noted that they felt more comfortable to use the app in public than alternative options. The data also showed that participants showed a significant reduction in intake of junk foods when using the app to record and monitor their food intake. So what did we take away from these readings and some of the other readings that we looked into? We took away that there are many people who develop food intolerances during any stage of their life. This can cause individuals finding themselves in a situation where they have to drastically change their lifestyle in order to accommodate to their new allergies. In a study conducted by Began on parents with children who had developed food intolerances, it was found that many dealt with day-to-day anxieties as they had to educate themselves to find the types of food that were suitable for their children. Those going through a similar experience wanted to be able to adjust to their new lifestyles as comfortably as possible in order to maintain a quality of life. According to Semmogia, among mobile device users, diet and nutrition apps are the most popular of health applications. It is believed by 2023, 7.3 billion people will be mobile users, therefore having access to digital health innovations such as apps to provide low-cost and effective ways of obtaining targeted information, particularly to their health conditions. So what does all of this mean for Mr. Scanman? Well, to answer that, I'd like to give you a quote. "We become what we behold. We shape our tools, and afterwards our tools shape us." McLuhan, 1994. By this we mean having the ability to create and innovate, which can provide help to those in need to have the available tools to improve themselves. Through the innovation of digital health and applications, apps can be used as a means of providing help and support for the individuals to improve their quality of life. And that's exactly what we wish to do with Mr. Scanman. Of course, you cannot have social innovation without issues and risks. The first issue we face is privacy. We will overcome this by having security on our app, which keeps people's data within the app and can only be shared with the user's direct permission. This will all be included in the privacy statement that users must agree to before using the app. Our second issue is health risks of our information being incorrect. As our app requires the accuracy of ingredients for thousands of products, it is important that they are using the most up-to-date and accurate information available. However, we will have an extensive terms and conditions for our application which will clearly identify that there are still risks that apply when using our app. Our last issue is use of app. People using the app for the wrong purposes. As our app is going to have a lot of features to do with food and its features, including calories, it is possible that people will use the app in a way that we do not encourage. To try to counteract this, we will have many features to promote general healthy eating and well-being, while also having a clause in the terms and conditions that explains the risks of overuse of the app for unhealthy purposes. With all of this research in mind, this is what Mr. Scamman looks like now. So obviously we've added a few features. The main feature of Mr. Scamman is obviously its huge database of food products and eateries. So this obviously allows you to know whether a food product is safe for you to eat if you have allergies or food intolerances. So our next feature of the app will be that it is voice activated. The app will have the option to be voice activated when you wish to scan or search for a product, and it will also read your response and your results back to you. The next feature of Mr. Scamman is that it will make recipe and healthy eating suggestions to you based off your profile. Mr. Scamman will be able to suggest recipes and foods that will be beneficial to your individual needs. The third feature of Mr. Scamman is that it can pair with your wearable health devices. Not only can it scan or look up products just like on your phone's full version of the app, but Mr. Scamman can help keep track of your exercise and use the information to make further informed suggestions for a healthy lifestyle. And our fourth main feature of the app is that it's super easy to use. Mr. Scamman will be made with all of its users in mind. From our research, users will appreciate our app's simplicity. And finally, we just have our team collaboration slide, which shows how we divided up the work pretty evenly amongst ourselves. Upon receiving our group in week 2, we began brainstorming a variety of potential project ideas to which we all contributed. We ended up deciding on one of these ideas that we liked the best and believed was the most useful to society. From there, we divided up the tasks for the pitch as best we could to allow each of us to play to our strengths. Before the completion of the presentation, we all were given the opportunity to review and approve the final pitch. And that's where we are now. And that's just our reference list. Thanks for listening to our pitch.